So I recently purchased the Nintendo Switch, and I'm, I guess, a year behind on this whole thing, but this system kind of, essentially, like I said in the title, it makes me feel like a kid again, because I'm a product of the 80s, so I had the original Nintendo, and being able to play, you know, Duck Hunt and Super Mario Brothers, and I had Ninja Turtles and a few other games, Mega Man, and all that. I wasn't as old as the Atari, so I'm not that old, but in a sense, I'm a little bit older. So, and let's face it, I'm a grown man, I have bills to pay, I have a kid to look after, and I'm married, and I generally like outdoor activities. So I'm not a homebody. But I say all that, and then I decided, hey, let me get something that everybody could play. And, you know, certainly because I'm just not that, I'm not that guy anymore. You know, in college, this was a, you know, I had I used to play PlayStation and Xbox and, you know, Halo and some of the other games and whatever. But you just, as life progresses, you just don't have the time to do that. Or at least I don't have the time to do that. And now I find myself eating my words because I'm a kid again. Like, this brings me back to my childhood. And this thing is absolutely, I mean, certainly it doesn't have the graphics of some of these other systems, and it's not as intuitive, but that's not the intended purpose. This thing is for everybody. And I like the fact that it's handheld on one end, and that you could be, you know, sitting here playing it in your hand on the plane or something to that effect, or you dock it in and you can be sitting here playing it on a bigger screen. I like to particularly play it in my office, but yeah, that doesn't mean that I couldn't play it. And I love the fact that, you know, automatically it's like having two remotes, you know. So right away, you know, you're looking at, you know, 1 and 2. And certainly this isn't a review. My goal is not to, hey, if you want to get a Nintendo Switch review, there are tons of reviews out there on systems, tons of reviews on games. In the week and a half that I've owned it, I played, I intended to buy this thing for one game, which is Mario Kart. Then I found out that it wasn't so much fun. It was like a childhood memory. Well, I can't say childhood, but maybe about 10 years ago or so, maybe a little bit less than that. Maybe 7 years ago, I used to play a game with my cousin on the Nintendo Wii U. And it was just, occasionally we would just get together online and play this game. And that was Mario Kart. And I thought it would be amazing, but it's not as amazing to play by yourself. And so right away I was like, you know what, I don't even want to play. I don't even know why I bought this thing, but I bought it and it came with 2 games because I got it from like a Craigslist thing. But it came with 2 games, and the other game was Super Mario Odyssey. That game, people, I loved it. That's what made me feel like the Nintendo Switch brought me to my childhood. I didn't buy it for that game, but that game was excellent. I had so much fun playing it. Just jumping from level to level, board to board. It was just a challenge. It kind of always had you thinking, always had you moving around, trying to decide on where to go to find what, particularly these moons in particular, and then you go fight the big bosses. I cannot rave enough about a game that I was not anticipating to play, had no intention of buying the Nintendo Switch for it, and yeah, and so essentially I just had, you know, a little bit more disposable income, and that's why I even got this little thing. I was just like, you know, love on yourself a little bit. So I ended up getting it, and I can't say enough about it. However, so those 2 games, Mario Kart and then Super Mario Odyssey, have been great. I played another game called Squibbles or something like that, where you cut little shapes out. Fun. And I guess and then I have ARMS coming tomorrow. And one game, so I guess I'm 1 for 5 here. One game that I just I do not like, will not like ever is, alright, I'm back, sorry. Doing YouTube is not easy when you have a family, because either the baby's crying or your wife is using the vacuum cleaner to pick up something that the baby dropped, and you could have heard it in the background, so just a second ago. Nevertheless, where was I? Rewind my thought. Okay, yeah, so for the game, so I downloaded a demo of the Squibble game, had Mario Odyssey, Mario Kart. ARMS is coming in. I know that game will be super fun. And then there's a game that I purchased as a digital download. I don't recommend digital downloads. I don't believe, to my knowledge, that you can give or re-later sell that game. So that's just horrible in itself, because I have already beat Mario Party in the first week and I sold it, which I can't rave enough about the game. Get the game. But yeah, I sold it. Yeah, but this last game, Nintendo Switch, what is it called? Sorry, Nintendo. NBA Playground. An NBA Playground. So it's like a kind of a throwback to the NBA Jams game back in the day from being a kid again, having an arcade game. Yeah, crap. I can't stand that game. I wish I could give it away. I wish I could literally kick my Nintendo Switch, like, boom, just give it a punt, and the game would just drop off of there, because it's the worst game ever. And yeah, you wait to pick the characters. You can't just pick who you want to pick right off the bat and whatever. So it was a waste of money to me. So the $19 that I spent, yes, it's null and void. It's 20 bucks, not the end of the world, but don't like the game. So I guess I'm kind of 4 for 5 in that sense. I like 4 of the games that I played, and yeah, it's just been a great toy. But I can definitely say that this brought back so many childhood memories of just playing video games, because again, I just don't have the time to do it. But I am appreciative of the Nintendo Switch, and I'm looking forward to just being able to play some of the games with my family and friends and just kind of having that atmosphere. I think that's what the whole system is about, and it's one of the hottest consoles to date in terms of sale. I know Nintendo Wii U had some issues, and you know, Xbox and PlayStation, and some gamers, you know, if you're a true gamer, this isn't probably for you, but for the dad in me, this is perfect. I don't have to be so serious. I'm not going to gaming tournaments. I'm not up, you know, talking crap to people on whatever it is, Call of Duty late at night. Fuck you, kid. Hey, your mama. Don't talk about my mom, kid. Who the hell are you? I'm old enough to be your dad. I'd kick your ass if we weren't playing this game. I have to be that guy, you know, to be some, you know, 35-year-old man complaining to some 12-year-old kid who's kicking your butt on a video game. That's certainly not me, but I enjoy this. Certainly you can get online, and there's a couple of other games that I'm looking forward to playing. Mario Tennis when that comes out, and then Donkey Kong. So all of these, I guess, is more or less, it's the Mario element that is that I'm pretty much tied into, and I think that's why people buy Nintendo in the first place, because if it was to play some other games, it wouldn't be, I don't think you would purchase this system for that. It's the first party games that Nintendo makes, from Mario Kart, Super Mario Brothers, Halo, or excuse me, what am I saying, Halo? Thinking of a game from my childhood again, or from college. Donkey Kong, and some of the other games that they're making, obviously Mario Tennis. So again, kid at heart, enjoying the system, and if you're in the market for one, I wouldn't say go directly out and purchase it from Best Buy or Target or anything like that, when people are selling them online for cheaper. And you can, in my case, I got 2 games, so you know, it's a better buy, and I would just go about it that route. So hopefully you enjoyed the review. I'm about to get back to being a kid at heart. Peace out.